It's Super Sean playing Super Mario Maker. Woohoo!
How are we doing? So this is a tribute to the Crystal Maze, which was like the biggest game show in like the 90s. It's still quality. Find it on YouTube. Contestants would have to go around solving puzzles. They'd get little crystals, which they could then take to the big crystal dome to win prizes. And it was so massive that they're actually recreating the Crystal Maze as like an immersive experience thing in London. So I thought, why not try and make a Crystal Maze level in Super Mario? It's probably the most complicated level that I've had to make, and also I think it's one of the more trickier ones to play as well. So if we just show you this area first. So this is like the main overworld area. It's like a sort of game within a game, this. So you've got the 4 puzzles that you have to solve to gain access to the Crystal Dome. What you need to get from each of the puzzles is listed down here, and the main goal really of the level is to be able to get a P block to open this door to gain access to the Crystal Dome. So let's show you the first puzzle. If you wanted to give this a go yourself, this might be the time to put the code in, play through the level, and then maybe watch through, because I'm going to play through it now, so you'll see how like all the puzzles are solved and things. So this first one would be what would be called on the game show a mental challenge, because it's a puzzle and you have to work out how to gain the spring to take back to the overworld. Another big feature of the game show was that if you didn't solve a puzzle in time, then you were locked in to the puzzle and you couldn't participate in any more games. I've made that mechanic here by, as you can see, there are some the bullet bill missile things are on their way down, and when they drop through here they'll block off the pipe, which means that you can't get back to the overworld, so you're essentially locked in like you would be in the game show. Like here they come down. No. So, and if you do get locked in, you just sort of have to kill yourself, really. It's not the most ideal way to go about things, but I wanted to make sure that because that was such a big part of the show, I wanted to make sure that was represented in the Mario level as well. So this is what we would call in Crystal Maze Land a skill game. That wasn't very skillful. Where you have to negotiate these to get the spiked helmet, nail the P block, and then you can break out here. Oh, pants, don't get locked in. Right, there we go. And then once you've got the spike helmet, you can then run over here to the third puzzle, which you have to solve. Now this is a little bit different, and also there's a checkpoint as well, so you don't have to go through all of the puzzles every time in case you die. So I think this would be considered probably a physical challenge, as you have to negotiate your fireball throwing clown car through this obstacle course in order to get to the end. And oh, there goes our helmet. But that's okay, because we don't need it anymore. We're in here, we've got the checkpoint. You can't get stuck in any way. So there was also different zones as well. There was like the Aztec zone, the urban zone, the medieval zone, and somewhere else, which I can't remember at the moment. This is, I guess, is more the medieval zone. So this would be a physical challenge in the medieval zone, because we've got the little castle here. Or to just shoot better. There we go. So as you probably noticed on the next level pipe, there were 2 springs. So we've got 2 springs to be able to get up to this next pipe. You need 2 springs, because otherwise you'd have to you could just do it after the second puzzle. So that is my main thing when designing this level, was to make it as clear as possible for any players to try and work out what was going on. I can imagine if you got this in the 100 Mario Challenge, you'd be like, see you later. But hopefully people will sort of give this a go, especially like Crystal Maze fans. They might get a kick out of it. Also, I'm getting a kick out of just being rubbish at kicking this spring at the moment. This is really bad. Yay, there we go. And then we can get to the final challenge, which is the mystery challenge, And the whole point of this challenge is if you just, I mean, what you need to get through here is the P block and the fire flower. So we need to make sure we get both those items before we progress to the next stage. So here come the P blocks. And oh, we definitely need a fire flower to progress to the next stage. Luckily these come out here. Oh yeah, we need to also smash a P block as well. So smash the P block, get the fire flower, and escape. So now we've got the P block and the fire flower. As we can see over here, P block and fire flower, we can start making our way up to the crystal dome. Don't press this P block. It is quite important that doesn't happen. Otherwise you have to go back in to get another one. Which, I mean, is a little bit annoying and hopefully obvious to do. That, again, like I said, that's my one thing with this level is it really obvious what it is that you have to do to solve each of the puzzles? I mean, as a representation of the Crystal Maze, I think it's not too bad. But as like a sort of standalone Mario level, we'll see. So then, here we go. And then, boom, we've got access to the Crystal Dome. Which, once we go in, we can start seeing if we can win some of the amazing Crystal Maze prizes. And that's what happened. There would be like flying tokens which you had to collect. And there you go. That is the Crystal Maze. So yeah, it's a different level. I mean, I like to sort of mix it up with the levels, but this one is a little bit different. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you like it, any things that we could change. I mean, it's a work in progress. We can add and take away bits, whichever you fancy. Give a like if you enjoyed it, and also make sure you subscribe for more Mario Maker videos. And we've got loads more other levels and stuff on the channel, so make sure you go and check those out as well. Bye!